What's good, y'all? It's Lance from Sports Templates here with our new hockey branding pack template for Photoshop. In today's video, I'll be taking you through this Grizzlies themed branding package. As always, our newest mockup is out now, and if you want to follow along, the link to the fonts used in the Photoshop library with the colors and images will be in the description. That's also where you can find the link to purchase the template, which can also be found on sportstemplates.net. Before we get started, I want to remind y'all to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials like this. Now, upon opening the template, you'll see that there's a lot to get your hands on, even more so than our previous football fan point of view merch template that we recently dropped. But not only do you get this full view with every element here to customize, but if you open the folder when you get your template, you'll find every single individual template here for you to use. So if you wanted to use your flag, you can get the individual flag template just like this. As for what is included in the template, you have your bench area, signage behind it, you have a ticket to a game, the banner on the side of the rink, sweater and badge, Zamboni, puck, a poster hanging on the glass, a banner hanging from the ceiling, the logo on the ice, and a nameplate in the locker room. I'll start off with the main rectangle in the center. That's your first group here, the main group. Open that up, so you'll be able to change your text, but I can just get rid of it hitting the delete key. And I'll change the color lighter brown here. Then you'll see in the graphics panel in the library, have your shape 1. Now this, you can hold Alt or Option. I'll just drag it right above the color. The reason you hold Alt or Option is in its shape properties here. And the shape properties allow you to just click, change the color up. Otherwise, if you just drag it without holding anything, you can't change the color by clicking, and doesn't maintain those editable properties. Make sure you hold Alt or Option. We'll just place that over the center, just like that, just at the size that it goes to. And then we'll take our main logo here, and that'll, when you hold Alt and drag it, it'll go right to the center of the artboard. So we can just drag this up, then hit our check mark here, and that'll work for us. Before I move on, I want to just close this and then go to our background color and make this kind of our light beige color here. Then we can go bench. Now just goes better. Now, when you first open these groups, you'll have prompt group. In each of these, that's where you can actually go in. Find or object in here. So to open this up and edit this, you just want to double click on the layer thumbnail here on the design layer, and that'll open up the full file where you can go in and edit this. Right now we have the generic branding for the team. We can actually use this layout for ours. But what I'm going to do is take our main logo, drag it to the top, right up under the levels layer where it says our logo here. And I'm just going to drag this, make sure I'm holding shift to maintain my proportions and center that. You see, as I'm moving around, these pink lines kind of guiding me, make sure I know that I'm snapping to each image, that I'm having my stuff centered and aligned properly. If you're not seeing these pink lines, you want to make sure you come up to view, go and smart guides, and make sure the smart guides is checked. That's how you'll see these guys, which are helping me make sure I'm centered. Then we can get rid or logo back, secondary logo, drag it, and again holding shift, drag it up, zoom out a bit, and just drag it off, not that far, drag it off the side, out there. This here is at it. Let's make it a little transparent. Then we're going to get rid of the grid, make this lighter brown, and just for some, like our shape 1 layer. Now for this, I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to bring my mouse just a little outside the square, so you get this kind of curve here that's going to let you rotate. Holding shift allows you to rotate 15 degree, just to make sure I'm 90 degree. I'll put that there. but now you see that it kind of overlays where our logo is. We don't want that, so what we're going to do, go on and click on our secondary, and we want to actually hold Control, Command or Control, Apple, click on the layer thumbnail, come back to the shape layer, and you want to hold Alt or Option and click on our layer mask icon on our layers panel. Now what that'll do is it'll create a mask on our pattern in the back so that it does not appear over top of our logo in the background. We have our text. Take both of these, and we're actually going to change the font here. Font we include with the tutorial, Jersey M5. And we're just going to change the text, Montana, yellow. Then we can hit Control Command S to save. Have our line here. And moving on, next we have our ticket. Zoom into that, and if you open this up in the group panel, you'll see that you'll have both a glove and ticket group. Glove, we're going to change that color to our light brown color. Opening up the ticket layer file. I'm going to start in our ticket design option 2. Close that and see the first one. This is similar to the last one we did in our fan merch with the football designs. We're going to use this one for our hockey one. I'm going to delete the grid layer, change our background color to our dark brown. I'm going to open up and start on our left area here. You see we have these lines at the top and bottom. I'm going to Control click to select both of those and hit U on my keyboard. And because instead of the fill being selected, the stroke is what the color is here, you have to go into here, and I'm going to select our yellow color. The reason for that being is that when you select these layers, because the design, the color is on the stroke instead of the fill, you can't change it through here. See it's still staying yellow. You have to come into our U key in the shape tool, change it that way. The text we're going to change to our dark brown though, and then the color we're going to change to yellow. I'm actually meant to go back and change this to a dark brown. Close that, and we'll go to our right area here. Same thing, and change these to our dark brown. And your logo is this layer, this logo in the background. I'm gonna bring our secondary logo in. Put that there. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna copy the layer style, right clicking and going down, and then I'm gonna right click on secondary logo layer, paste it. Then I'm gonna delete that. In the barcode, we're gonna do our light brown. The background, we're gonna yellow. Making sure we change our emit one text to. Next, we come into our middle area here, where you have the bulk of our information. You can go down one by one. Our hockey team 1 or hockey team 2 in the verses. We're gonna change this to dark brown. I'm gonna click T on my keyboard, and then I can drag this, change this to Grizzlies. Then we're gonna change the rest to Bandits. Take our frame, I'm gonna make this yellow. This text here, you are going to see with the fast page action. I'm gonna select both of these. I'm gonna make it our beige color. Date, make that beige as well. Or let's make both of these. We could come down from our date and our section, row, and seat. We're gonna select all of these, holding shift to select that. We're gonna make this big. Now for the actual information to go here, what I'll do, I'll click on my text layers for the date, section, row, and the seat. Then we'll hold Alt or Option. Then we'll click and drag. Make sure I'm holding Shift to those even. Drag those to the right. Now I'll make these all dark brown. And I'm gonna take the section, bring it back over. It was at the edge. Now hit T on our keyboard again. I'm gonna go up to Type tool, where you can just change your dates. Let's go. There's a playoff game, so it might be around May. You can go 5/25/25. Section might be section 103. Row could be A. The seat could be 3. All of those, I'm gonna just clean this up little bit, group these together. So you know that's out the way. Then we have the secondary tagline of text. Make that beige. What we just did up here, I'm gonna do the same with the order ID in the game. I'm gonna grab the series in here too. Change our bottom stuff to that beige color. Then again, I'm gonna click on both of these. We're gonna hold Alt and Shift, Alt or Option and Shift. Change these to dark brown. While they're still selected, I'm just hit my left arrow key, bring them over some. For the order ID, you just put up, random keyboards or random numbers. In the game, we could say round 2, game 1 over here. Hit Control 0 to back out the view. And the last thing to do, put the QR code. The QR code you can't change here, the color. So what I'll do is click on my beige color. Then I'll hold Alt and delete, Alt, Shift and delete. And that'll change just the color of the QR code. We can hit Control S to save our ticket. The next part is a banner ad that's on the side of the rink. Close this. Come into our dashboard. We have it here. Start up again with the background. Going to make it our dark brown. I'm gonna bring in the shape layer. Yeah, make sure you're holding Alt or Option. You can keep it editable. Rotating it as we did before. Bring it up. Just drag and make sure it's covering the full width of the banner. Then I'm gonna double click it because right now it's the same color as the background. So double click the thumbnail, and right where it is, I'm just gonna come up just a little bit, just make it a little lighter, not too much, because I still want the text in the background to be. And bring in our alternate logo. Make it a little bigger. What we make sure we want to do is make sure our paragraph text here, enter aligned. Then I'm gonna come up top to our align tools. Make sure align the canvas is selected. When you hit these 3 dots, make sure it says align the canvas to align that to the center there. Then we can change this to Junior Grizzlies. Say ratings. I zoom a little bit because I want to add another line. I'm bringing this up like this. I'm gonna hold Alt and Shift and copy that. You can go Junior Grizzly. All right. Top. This one, instead of having all the spacing between the text, I'm gonna bring these closer together. Go 50 spacing, and I'm gonna just bring it. Now I want to space these out evenly. I'm select all 3 of these. Make sure we're aligning horizontally. And I'm gonna hit Control or Command T. Bring these over just to space this out here a little bit. Now what I want to do is make sure all of this is centered. First, take our text, make one group out of it, that I can align it to the center horizontally. Then I want to take our secondary logo, put it in that group, then make sure it's centered vertically. Last thing I'm going to do is just to kind of bring back our branding. I'm going to get our colors on me, go to the youth training camp and the Junior Grizzlies, make these yellow, make this one a beige color. So we can save it, come back, we have our ad here on the side. Our sweater and badge is up next, so we're going to come up to the top right, open that up. I think there's a few different elements to it. We're going to start with the sweater. We're just going to change to dark brown. So you get to customize the sleeves on the left, the right, and the torso. We're going to hide our designs on the sleeve. We're just going to customize the design of the torso. Getting rid of the grid, changing our background to our dark brown. and do our full logo for you. Here that's centered. You don't have the your logo, and then we're going to do our yellow logo on the right chest. Close that. Then we can close the square part. Come to our badge. I'm gonna start at the top actually. Place. We get a design we can put on here, like a lanyard part. We can get rid of the grid again. We'll do our lighter brown. Then we can take our add your design here. I'm going to take both of these and change these to our M54 font. Make sure it's center aligned. And again, putting them in one group and vertically centering. So I'm going to take these, put in grizzlies. I'm going to select all of this text, copy it, paste it over to the left side, or to the right side rather. Make both of these yellow. We can close this out. And you see now in this aspect here, you kind of have a little bit of the background color going through. We just want to make sure we also select our background color to be that light brown, just so that we cover that up. Close that. Now we have the badge. Open that design. Now for the badge, I'm going to use this same format here, just changing our logos. I'm going to do the secondary logo on the design. We can drag that in here. Now for the text, we have a text box here. I'm going to drag this text box to the right a little bit. We can keep this as a sports templates hockey center. Why not? Make it our dark brown color. We're going to change it from where it says visitor to media. Making sure to center it afterward. Making that dark brown. For our barcode color, we can make that yellow. This text we can also make it yellow. Then all access pass, we make that dark brown. Then we take the background, make it dark brown as well. Now we have our rectangles here. We're gonna make these beige color. Then we can save this, close it, and then we want to make the actual outside of the badge the dark brown. The last part here is just the gloves. Make sure they're the right color. So I'm gonna come in for contrast because the sweater and the outside of the badge are the dark brown color. Come in and make the color yellow. We get the glove design and add here. I'm gonna leave that blank for now and just get rid of it. So the next part will be coming to the Zamboni. You open that up and customize the body of it. We have 2 different angles here, so it's gonna be 2 separate smart objects. First one on the front. We're not gonna put anything here. We're rid of our grid. Hit gray. Hit layer. Again, Control Command T. Rotate this one. Get on our stripes, like the top and bottom. Yellow. Little one. I'm gonna make our brown. Close this out. Save it. Then on the side design here, we're on the stripe layer. Top and bottom yellow. Middle one, okay, being light brown. Background. And for this one, just for consistency, I'm gonna open this back up. I'm gonna go back to our design front. And I'm gonna select our shape layer. I'm gonna Control Command C, copy it, paste it. Just want to make sure that we have the same one and the sizing is the same. It doesn't reach the edge. So what I'm going to do here actually is Control Command Beta to hit it. And then I hit Control Command Economy over Find it today. Then I'm going to take our secondary logo, put it where your logo layer is. Make it a little. Save this one. We come back here like this and we have our full Zamboni. And close all these layers now. And go back out. So zooming in on the puck, it has a few different elements to it. It has the actual puck itself and the base of the display. So the puck, we're gonna keep it pretty simple to make it black, like I said. Look, on the front design here, we're just gonna in the center our name logo here, a bit bigger by the background. Close that out. Then we don't need a design on the side for this one. Close that out. Open the base layer. We're gonna do our pattern here as our design. So I'm gonna take our light gray color, take our shape layer, and let's bring it down. So save that. That's pretty good right there. I'm gonna open the design layer and just copy this from here. Copy the shape layer, paste it in. So get rid of our grid and do our light brown color. Close both of these out. The last thing to do is just make the top of the base here our light brown color. We have that ready to go. Close that out, and you see next we have our poster here on the glass. For the poster, we're going to do a bit of a unique design. I'm going to open it up, get rid of our grid, and we're going to actually do our beige color as our base. What I'm going to do for this one is hit U, bring up the shape tool, I'll right click it on the side, make sure it's the rectangle. Then I'm going to create another rectangle here, and I'll make it brown. Center this one, and we just make it a little bigger. Oh, there, and bring it up some. Make Control J on this one, duplicate it. I'm gonna drag it up some, and then I'm gonna drag the bottom one, make a smaller rectangle at the top, just like this. So now I'm gonna take our secondary logo, and I'm gonna drag it to the left. So I want my smart guide to snap, and you see on the right, that means that the right of the logo here, right down the middle of the poster. Then I'm gonna drag it up and over off the page there like that. And I'm gonna drag it down to this line right here that shows that I'm centered with this rectangle here. Right now it is a smart object the way I dragged it in, so I'm gonna right click it. I'm gonna hit rasterize layer. What I'm gonna do is hit G on my keyboard, bring up my paint bucket tool, make sure that's selected and not the gradient tool. And we have our settings here: tolerance 77, anti-alias, contiguous. So I'm gonna make sure that we have our beige color selected, and I'm gonna just click on the white outline. Anywhere on the white will work. I just kind of want that to match on the outside like this, just to get a little separation between rectangle and the logo. We're gonna add some text to the top of this. Click on T. You can click on the T key, and then you can click anywhere. I'll make this brown so you can see, and then I want to change this to say Montana Grizzlies. Left align, X, drag like that. For the Grizzlies, I'm gonna make this much bigger. Something out there. Montana, I'm gonna make bigger as well, but not as big. Next, where it says auto, let's put the number, let's go 50. That's too small, so then I'm gonna drag this out. Keep clicking and drag on the icon to the right so we get some space in between. I'm just gonna drag this up, make sure it's aligned to the left of this, lined up with everything. Then I'm gonna go to our rectangle. I'm gonna bring our shape tool like this, or I mean a shape layer. I'm gonna hold Alt or Option, and I'm gonna go in between where the shape layer is, where the rectangle layer is, until I get this icon here. I can clip shape layer to the rectangle. Double clicking it, then I'm gonna just bring it up here, just so it's a little more subtle. Now I'm gonna add some more text here. Bring this over. I'm gonna make this beige. Now we're gonna have a little setting here in the bottom right. So let's go with grind brow Grizzlies. Into the paragraph thing, we're gonna right align it like this. We're making much. Again, on this tool, just to separate the line, the space in between each line of text. That our period is there, and I'll bring this to the corner. Now I'm using Control T to select this, just to make sure it's as big as we can make it without running into the logo. And I'm gonna have one more line of text. I'm gonna hold Alt or Option and drag down on Montana Grizzlies. And then I'm gonna get rid of the bottom line Grizzlies. And then where it says Montana, I'm gonna put the Pride of Montana. But I want this to be subtle, more of a detail here. And we're gonna take that, center it, drag it down. I'm gonna select all of the text. And where the lining, or the spacing in between each letters, we'll put that way up. Again, I'm gonna center the text, and then we can just drag this down, make it small. I'm actually drag it from the right edge and just align it to each edge like this. Yeah. We can bring that down a bit. Save that. We have our poster design. Close that. Now we can do our banner hanging from the ceiling. Now the flag isn't too complicated. We'll click into the design. I'm gonna get rid of our grid and make the background our dark brown. Our main logo, like this, bring it up to the top. Drag it down some. Then we can get rid of the logo layer, name layer as we won't need it. Champions of the World layer as a stroke layer effect. We can hit the eye icon and get rid of it. Then we're gonna click on our yellow color. Now that our yellow color has been selected, we'll come on to stroke on our banner outline. We're just gonna double click on where it says stroke. It's gonna bring up the layer style menu. Click on the color, and then we can just click on our color here, the primary color we have selected. And we can close this out. And for the rank, actual customize not just the main logo, but the lines on the design how we want. I'm gonna leave them standard and just bring secondary logo. That center, we're gonna make it bigger, and then I'm gonna just drag it down a bit so it kind of evens out the spacing in the top and the bottom. Close this out too. Save that. Then lastly, what we have is our locker room nameplate here. I'm gonna come into that. And then for this one, have both our design and our pattern are light gray. Like our light brown pattern. That. And for the name, yellow. I'm gonna keep this name. This. Secondary. This third. Let's click and select. Distribute our spacing evenly like this. Spacing. Let's get a little more space between it. Hold Command E to put it in group. Oh. Again, blue is poking through from behind, so we just make sure to change our color. Like that. So now when we zoom back out, we have everything done. Just to do a quick overview zoom in. Even when I zoom in, you still have a lot of detail there. See the text. For all the different ways you can apply the branding. Puck, media gear, dam loading, detailing all around the rink, even on the center of the ice. And that'll wrap up this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, I want to remind you, like this video, and if you want to follow along, you can get this template down below in the link in the description or on sportstemplates.net. If you want to follow along with this design, specifically Photoshop library down below. Please subscribe to the channel where you get more tutorials and more templates just like this. Thank you for watching.